Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. Brought to you by Campbell's Custom Care, your detail specialist. Performance Fuel Specialists. Protect your engine today and change the way you treat your fuel. And by Shade Wagon. Throw some shade.
You are cruising along with Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. Let me tell you a story. About 10 years ago, I bought a used pickup truck and it had a hard tonneau cover on it. And every time I needed to get something out of the vehicle, invariably it had slid all the way up to the cab, and this is what I had to do. This is my routine. Every time I get to the house or I get to the airport, I'm doing that. And I end up with messy clothes, and I end up sweaty, and I hated it. Guess what? There is help. How can you rescue me, Jeff? Please help me with this situation.
Well, listen, we've all done that. It's why we came up with the Bed Buddy. Bed Buddy is a very simple tool. It works really, really well. And it's just something that folks at home are probably saying, I use a rake or I use a club or whatever like that. That's great. Bed Buddy is better than all of those. It's 20 inches when it's closed. So it's very small, very compact. You can mount it in lots of different places, but it extends out to a full 5 feet when it's fully open. That'll get you all the way to the back of a standard size pickup truck.
And everybody's looking at this wondering how strong it is. Is this going to hold up to pulling heavy stuff out of the back of the truck?
Right. So there's a case in there you'll see in a minute. Those are about 40 pounds each. We stacked up 6 of those cases on a pallet. It's over 240 pounds and pulled that out of the truck. It's very, very strong. It has a steel tip on it. It's a metal body. It's very, very durable and it holds lots of weight. We haven't broken it yet.
What inspired the birth of the Bed Buddy?
Just like your situation, I was on a family trip out in Idaho, whole truck bed full of luggage, baskets, all that kind of stuff. The only difference is that I wasn't in a nice air-conditioned garage like you are. It was freezing cold outside, the truck was full of snow, and I had to climb on in there and get all that stuff out. I decided that I needed a product that was just at the ready, handy, when I needed it to get all that stuff out. But more importantly, I wanted something that was up and out of the way when I didn't need it. So I didn't have to go and get something. I didn't have to go and get something out of my cab or go get something out of my garage in order to get all that stuff out of my truck. I wanted it to be right where I needed it, when I needed it.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, Jeff said he wanted to have something at arm's reach when he needed it. How do you keep the Bed Buddy handy?
Well, when you first notice the Bed Buddy, you see that it's got 2 27-pound pull force magnets on each Bed Buddy. Each Bed Buddy comes with a mounting plate. That mounting plate is used specifically for trucks that have aluminum beds, heavy surround bed liners, or plastic bed liners. Each one of these plates in the package comes with 3 self-drilling 3/4-inch screws. Takes about 60 seconds. You find a flat space vertically or a flat space horizontally in the truck or on the tailgate on the floor bed of the truck. And once you figure out where you want to put it, you drill in the screws, and from there you just attach the Bed Buddy, and it always stays right there.
And you made sure it was short enough to mount in a place like that?
Yes, we designed it to be 20 inches, so that way you can close your tonneau covers and you never have to worry about it hitting the tonneau cover.
Speaking of tonneau covers, I'm going to roll this one back so folks can see how the Bed Buddy actually works there. So obviously you have to extend it, and for long beds it works because it goes out to 5 feet, and that's about all you need.
Right, so most of the time you can open it up to the first 4 feet. More than likely that's going to get 90% of your equipment out. So you grab a box, you pull the box forward, move it out of the way, grab your suitcases when you're at the airport or coming home. Now, most of the time that's all you need. But sometimes you have something like a box that goes all the way to the cab of your truck, and you open it up an extra foot. Now you have 5 feet, and you take it and you can reach behind, you get to the back of that box, and then you pull that box forward.
And that, Dave, is why you don't want to hook. That's why you have the flat spade there at the end.
Correct. The flat spade will help you get in between the cab of your truck and in between the box to pull it out. Now, the other cool feature about this is we have all dropped screws or nails or bolts or washers in the back of our trucks.
And they rattle around there all day long?
They rattle around there all day long. You come home from work, you're exhausted, you don't feel like climbing your truck. Well, open up the Bed Buddy, turn around, use the magnets, and grab each one of those products.
Perfect. Same thing if you drop something under the truck as well. Bed Buddy makes things more convenient, but it can also save your body. It's a safety thing.
Yes, it definitely helps. What it helps with is climbing in and out of the back of your truck, whether it's a dry day, it's raining, it's wet, snow, ice, muddy from hunting or fishing, coming home, or being at the spot. It helps save you from having to climb in and out of your truck. It helps saves your knees and saves your ankles. The other thing it helps saves you is when you get in the back of your truck to climb in to get something, you have to use your back. You have to bend over, use your back, grab it, and pull it forward. With this, you no longer have to do that.
No more crawling up on the tire to reach in over the bed. No more crawling into the bed under your tonneau cover. The Bed Buddy is going to change your life if you're a truck owner. You can find it at bedbuddy.com. By the way, if you have a shop and want to become a reseller for Bed Buddy, send them a note, info@bedbuddy.com. And you can find more Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com right after this.
Massachusetts and Missouri were the first states to require driver's licenses way back in 1903. But it wasn't necessary for drivers to actually take a test. Which state was the first to require both an exam and a license for all drivers? Ohio, Indiana, New Jersey, or Rhode Island? It was Rhode Island in 1908. Coincidentally, the same year the Model T made its debut.